Hello kings and queens, my name is Zandile Ngozo, and today I swear to tell the truth and nothing but the truth in my beauty confessions. Let's go. Okay, so firstly, let's hydrate. So I'm gonna start off with skincare. I never, ever neglect this part of my makeup routine because it's so important. By the way, I am a professional makeup artist, and I've been a professional makeup artist for like 7 years now. Yeah, wow, it's been 7 years. And over the years, I've learned so many things, such as in order for you to really create a nice, smooth surface for your makeup, you really need to make sure that you take care of your skin and that you moisturize your skin and exfoliate the works. But if you do that on a regular, then like a nice skincare routine will work. So for toner, I used the Portia toner for sensitive skin because I do have sensitive skin. And then I'm going to use this Nivea cream as a moisturizer. Now, this cream is really creamy and it gets really, really thick in winter, but it has really good, like it really does, how can I put it? It gives you so much moisture, like your skin is happy after applying this. My skin is usually really happy after applying this, especially when I am going to be applying makeup. Oh, it's a proper base. I'm not even kidding. You can actually use this in substitute to primer. It's perfect. And then after, I'm going to be using the submersive serum. So I bought this at Colors. Colors is a makeup store. In fact, actually, they sell quite a lot of products, but mostly makeup, as well as skincare stuff. All your KKW products, Kylie Cosmetics, Golden Rose, the works. They've got all of those products. So I got this serum there and it is amazing. It has anti-aging properties, but apart from that, it also works as a nice base for your makeup. That's what I always look out for. So I have always loved, I know it's gonna sound cliche, but I've always loved beauty. My mom was into beauty. I've got 2 older sisters who have always been into beauty. And when I tell you that Vele beauty is a proper, like, standard procedure, ekaya, I mean exactly that. I got into skincare at a very young age. I already knew that I had to take care of my skin. I had to take care of myself, my hair, everything. Yes, I wasn't applying makeup earlier on, but I knew that you had to wash your face like twice a day. And then you had to, I remember my sister and I used to apply egg yolk and use it as a face mask because it had like nice properties. So we were always chasing the next thing just to make our skin look so good. And that was before makeup. So I also got to learn from my mom. Uguti, also beauty comes from within. You really need to be confident. You need to really love yourself. And loving yourself doesn't mean most of the time that you just have to look good pale. It means, Uguti, do you accept yourself the way you look? Do you love your skin color? Do you love your the different features that you might have that other people don't have. Like, you just need to have some sort of self-awareness and self-acceptance, because that is the essence of beauty, you know. So, you know, growing up, I don't remember a time when I wasn't confident, because it was always drilled in me, you know, you need to be confident. And I'd ask, like, what does that mean? That means that you need to accept yourself, you need to love yourself, you know, and you need to take care of yourself. And later on, and by later on, I mean like in high school. In high school, I really embodied that. I really did. I never had episodes where I just felt like I wasn't good enough, pretty enough, or anything like that. So beauty has always just been a part of my life. So yeah, that's how I got into beauty, guys. And then makeup, my mom was a huge fan of makeup prior to having us. And then at some point, she stopped applying like foundation, and she then started like being big on skincare. So I remember she had like this toiletry bag that had all the goodies. And this one time she was at work, and I knew ukuthi ihlala a toiletry bag, and I went for it. I was just like, I just need to indulge. Yeah. Did I not get a spank because she found out ukuthi I actually discovered that toiletry bag ngashaywa, and I was told never to touch that toiletry bag ever again, and I learned my lesson. I'm going to pause on that. I'll be using this Revlon primer, because today I feel like a pretty soft glam makeup look. Yeah. So, guys, when I tell you ukuthi leya spanking yangenza ukuthi vele I actually just, it put me off makeup for a bit, because I was like, hey, I do not feel like ukuthi ngithole whipping. So I should just probably not reach out for that makeup bag. And then I got into Bollywood movies, and oh, I was obsessed. I wanted to have the long hair. I wanted to have like that beautiful makeup look that they always applied on the Indian ladies. I just wanted to look that's stunning. But it didn't take away from the fact that I knew that I was beautiful, but I always knew that you can always enhance the beauty, you know? So after that episode with my mom and her toiletry bag, I think in matric, I then was allowed to get away with just quite a bit, like lip glosses, you know, tweezing my brows, the works. That was actually a entry level slave queen package back then. You had to have like the brows amangane, and it was a lot. But anyway, and then first year, that's when Vele, I went full on makeup artistry. In fact, I was the girl that was actually doing everybody's makeup when we had to go out. Or if my roomies had a date, I was like, girl, you will not go on a date looking like that. Let's do this. Sebenzisa eyeliner lapho vele, you know, if foundation wasn't a necessity like it is now. So yeah. And Nakon, I'm not saying it is a necessity, but like, you know, you kind of need it for like a full glam situation. So back then we didn't even have shades. So we just had to work with what we had. And a lot of my roomies had like amazing skin. So that's how I started doing people's makeup. Imagine. And it was all for free. So now we're going to start off with my makeup. I'm thinking, because I'm going to be using dark shades at some point, I should probably start with my eyeshadow, and then I'll do complexion, and then follow up with brows. So there is no specific order no particular order that I follow when it comes to doing my makeup. I just do what I feel like doing on the day. If ngikhalele ukuthi ngicale ngeliphi that day, I will. But most of the time, I really start off with a complexion, provided I'm not using like colors such as black or any dark colors that might potentially ruin my makeup look, you know. So yeah, so today I do see, good to know, man, I want to use an eyeshadow palette that has a darker shade, and I don't want that dark shade to actually ruin my look. So hence why I'm starting with my eyes. So if I experience any oopsies, I can just wipe that off, and then life will go on. So this eyeshadow primer I got from Dischem. It's the LA Girl Pro Primer. It's very good. I don't know, does it have like a shade? It's the lightest shade. This is very good for your eyeshadow. Like, it's like a proper base. It helps with like a eyeshadow not for it not to be too patchy. Because at times among my base they just contribute to problems, and I don't want problems. I just want ukuthi mangifake a eyeshadow base, my eyeshadow should like really apply seamlessly. All right, so I'm gonna set my eye area with my setting powder. Where is it? So I'm gonna use this Kryolan translucent powder. I love Kryolan products, okay? I really do love it. But I will say this, I really would like to try out Fenty. It's just, you know, for now, Kryolan has been giving me exactly what I needed. Makeup, you know, like their foundations are literally full coverage, and it's been around for years, you know. It's professional makeup that has been around for years. So they've actually always maybe let me not say always, but mostly they've just had shades way too actually. Sekunguthi it was just really, really too pricey at some point. Yeah. But I got into it because I used to work at Colors. And we used to use that foundation because they had all the shades. And, you know, at times I would do makeup on white people, black people, the works, you know. So there was just a lot of diversity, and really Kryolan catered for that. So yeah. So I'm gonna use this bronzer that I got from Dischem by Sunkissed, I guess this is the name of the brand. And it's in the shade medium. I'm just going to use this part, the darker part, for my crease. My don'ts, boxed brows. I don't like boxed brows. I just don't. I'm not a fan. Yeah. And now that I've gotten older, I like soft glam makeup with less color. Somehow it just keeps it classy. Looks nice. I'm not saying I'm against color, but like now that I'm growing older, man, I don't like color that much. Like I want to enhance more than anything. What else? My makeup do's. Ooh. Let's see. Do apply blush, guys. Please. Blush. Don't be scared of applying blush. Just make sure. Okay, well, my favorite is the liquid blushes. Those are the best. But also, even powder blushes are, you just need to apply more of it, because what tends to happen is that, like, as the day progresses, somehow a blush is always the first thing to go. So you just need to keep that in mind. So I just want to make that area darker. I don't have like a lot of do's and don'ts, because Mina personally, I'm also an artist. So what has always been considered as don't, I did, and it worked. So yeah, yeah.
Do you remember your first makeup look?
Um, I actually do remember my first makeup look, and thanks to Facebook, it's somewhere there. It's somewhere there. And, I consider my first official makeup look the one that had foundation. It was like a full face beat, foundation, brows, the works. And yes, I remember it. I think it was in either 2014 or 2015. Hey, guys.
What was happening?
So I was working in Midrand, and I had this colleague of mine who then later on became a very good friend of mine. And I remember we used to talk about how we wanted to enhance our looks and we wanted to look good. And we were like, you know what? Let's try on putting on makeup, because she was also passionate about like all things beauty. And I was like, but where are we going to start? Because right now, as it stands, I'm not sure which foundation color is actually going to be suitable for me. And then we were on a quest to find the perfect foundation shades for both of us. I think she's even now 2 shades darker than me, 2 shades darker than me. And when I tell you that we were serious, we took it way too seriously, okay? But I remember that my first ever foundation that I used was from Yardley. Yeah, it's a makeup brand. For those of you who don't know, Yardley is a makeup brand. They've been around for quite a while, and it's a good brand. It's not bad. So I really did love the consistency of the foundation. I loved the application. And I remember we were just on a quest to find brushes as well. And it was just like an amazing time, because when I would find something that I don't like, she'd find something better, vice versa. And then we'd advise one another, girl, you need to get this. This is perfect. Guys, we were on each other's necks so much that I think that's how I learned how to do my brows perfectly, because we were always on that tip. And plus, like I said, we were working together, and we'd attend these meetings where we had to give presentations, and we always had mandated we need to look the part, we need to look good, and we did it. So yeah. Okay, so I'm just going to blend this area in with a clean brush. I'm probably going to come back to this area once I'm done. So I'm not going to be cutting the crease per se, but I want to apply a lighter shade where I've left space. So I'm going to be using this flat brush, and as well as the primer. Because I have applied powder on there, I don't want everything to be messy. So what I usually do is I stretch this area Just make sure that the product is distributed evenly. And I pack it on there. I dab, I dab, I dab. So when in doubt, dab.
What are some of the challenges of being a self-taught makeup artist?
The challenges are that you need to find information on your own. You are in charge of research. You are in charge of the amount of knowledge that you acquire, especially for beauty, makeup, skincare, the works. Because I have, obviously, some of my colleagues who are makeup artists who have gone to makeup schools, and they've equipped them about like skin preps and the works. Whereas, had I not done research, I feel like I wouldn't have known that you are supposed to prep your skin. I still do get clients that do not moisturize their skin before applying makeup. In fact, every day, they don't even like, they don't really properly take care of their skin. And the number one rule definitely is the fact that you need to take care of your skin. Your makeup will look so much better on nice even skin. So you basically, the challenge is you are in charge of research, you are in charge of experience, you are in charge of really finding clients, putting yourself out there. Of course, even when you probably acquired a diploma from like the makeup schools, you still need to do that. But like, there's so much pressure for like self-taught makeup artists. So yeah, that's the only challenge so far that I faced. So I'm done with this eye. Now I'm gonna apply a lighter shade of uh, eyeshadow, and I'm going to be using this uh, eyeshadow palette that I got from Discam. I think it's by Beauty Treats. Yes. Oh, I used this so many times that I've like written some text on there. So but anyway. So I'm going to use this flat brush because it's going to give me the perfect eyeshadow application. So now I'm just going to deepen the edges, go crease using this Beauty Treats palette. So I'm diffusing these harsh lines. Also make sure that, yeah. And then the clean brush that I used, going to blend that out. Okay, now I'm going to use this Woolworths Beauty eyeshadow palette. Guys, the colors here are stunning. Stunning. So I'm going to use the stock shade, this one here. Hope you can see that. And I'm going to use the angled brush because I want to create a wing using this color. And there we go. So now I'm going to drag that wing out. So I'm going to do the same thing that I did this side on this side. Apply product in there. And then remember I said mawuqala ubona ubu patchy patchy, Dab, 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 dab. So, guys, I don't think I mentioned this, but I am the mother of Inkosikati Beauty. Mm. And we first launched our lashes last year, of which we got a lot of support, and I'm so happy about that. And then we decided to go Super Saiyan mode and launch the Royalty collection, which is the current collection that we have right now. And I get asked this question a lot, like, why did I decide to come up with a beauty brand? Lashes have the ability to take your makeup look from not basic, but from okay, cute to glamorous, honey, stunning, elegance. So it's a luxury lashes that we sell because I love lashes that are pretty, and I just felt like money, they weren't really easily accessible. And yes, guys, I have also gone the route of like going to a small street and purchasing the lashes. There's nothing wrong with that, but I just wanted a different kind of look when it came to my lashes. I wanted them to look a certain way, and I finally got those lashes, and I was like, why not just sell these? Like, I'm pretty sure ladies and gents that actually love makeup and lashes would appreciate these. And so yeah, that's how it happened. So Inkosikati means queen in Swati. I'm Swati, and I have hopes that when you wear my lashes, you will feel like royalty. They'll help you feel like royalty. You'll feel like a queen, okay? That you are queen and king. I just want to right now use this shade, this orangey shade, to blend in. And me doing this is preparing us for e-contour. It's like a map. Okay, so onto my brows. Now, as you can see, my brows are quite special. They misbehave a lot, guys. Yo, but I've learned early on not to be too hard on myself when it comes to my brows, because they definitely aren't twins. They are just sisters, and sometimes mine don't even feel like being relatives at times, and I just let them be because wow, as long as I followed all the necessary steps that I needed to make brows look good, anything else iphezu kwamandla wami, guys. So I'm gonna do complexion now. So I like underpainting first, and that means that I'll be contouring underneath. I'm going to use this dense brush. It's cute, it's small, it does what it's supposed to do. And remember, I did put on a primer, so now I'm gonna start on my high points because that's where I like a contour yummy to go. And then I usually use the shade as a color corrector as well because it has red undertones. So yeah. And also, this is a Kryolan foundation. It's konje, there's a derma color, and then there's ama ultra So I think this one is E Ultra because I got the palette that has different shades. I think there's like 12 shades on here. And that one has like a variety of Kryolan products and foundations. So I don't use concealer. I just always use like this foundation because it's full coverage and it saves me time. My full coverage, it saves me time because then I don't have to color correct, then I don't have to do this and that. And then we're going Lagunos. Now that that's done, oh, sometimes when my under eyes are dark because I haven't been sleeping well, I usually take a bit of that shade and just place it underneath my eyes because remember I had said that it works as Elon. It works as color corrector. So now I'm gonna go in with a shade that is lighter, a shade or two lighter than my shade, and that is a D1320. This is the Dermacolor. And I'm going to be using a different brush. I'm going to use this foundation brush for this. So dab, 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 dab. See? So now I'm going to highlight. This is where then I clean up this shade and this wing situation. Not bad. So depending on the kind of makeup look that I'm going for, it usually takes me about sometimes let's be fair, when I am going to work, it takes me about 10 to 15 minutes. And then manyago event, I give myself like 30 minutes or 45 minutes because I obviously then will be doing a full glam, of which a skin prep corner is intense. So yeah, it's either 10 minutes or 30 to 45 minutes. And I never wear makeup magnanastingo. Honestly. Though I used to wear makeup all the time because I really just wanted to perfect the craft, you know. And remember, I had mentioned ukuthi bengisafunda. So a self-taught also does mean that you kind of have to try out different things, see what works, and sometimes you need to understand that what works on you will not work on clients. Oh, so but nje uqala on yourself, you know, like. I would be watching YouTube videos and I'd be watching master classes and I'd be going to master classes actually. I remember I attended Sir John's masterclass. If you don't know him, he is Beyonce's makeup artist. I love Beyonce. I am obsessed. And when there was an opportunity for for me to attend that makeup masterclass, I was like, listen, I'm ditching everything. I'm going there. I'm going to learn. So that's when I learned ukuthi also nakhona akukho yes makunganasdingo for you to wear makeup, don't do it. Take care of your skin. And I learned a lot of tricks there. And I also learned a trick if you just want to manage if you want to cut corners when it comes to your makeup application, what should you do? And that helped me a lot because like I said, now magnanasdingo I don't. I'll just use like a BB cream or something and I'm forced, you know, like if I don't feel like it, I don't do it. I'm not gonna blend this one to perfection because I'm gonna go over it with my foundation shade, girl. I just as long as it's structure sissy there. Now I'm going to be using this foundation brush, which is my favorite. I think I also purchased this at Colors. Yeah. And then my shade when it comes to the Kryolan foundations is a D13. I'll be using that. Now, good D13, I don't use a lot at this point. Just gangan. And then I am going to be blending. And at first, I'm not going to try and diffuse my, my snatched situation there, air contouring. No. I first want to make sure that everything is even. And then after that, just gonna use ganganela, and that's when I just lightly diffuse that. The highlighter needs to be merged with a contour gangan. This is why, guys, do blend your foundation and concealer. Like, just blend, okay? Blend everything. Makeup application a proper is about blending. You need to make sure that your ngindo it blended seamlessly. So blend, 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 blend. So this is cute and all that, but I want la phansi kwamehlo to actually be lighter. And then I'm gonna blend lana. Okay, so I'm just going to add a lighter shade underneath amehlo because I need that area to like be really bright. I only do this when really I'm going in full on full glam mode. So going to do this, do that. My experience with working with clients has been very interesting. Going into makeup, I thought that people would be open to experimenting and, trying out all the makeup looks that they see on Aboma TikTok. I'm just going to blend using this beauty blender. And my shock was the fact that actually people like to keep it simple. People love a soft glam. Most clients that come to me, they love a soft glam. And even when they like a dramatic eyeshadows or full glam, they want the effect of enhancement. They don't want the whole makeup look that looks like you have a mask on. So that has been very interesting, and it also taught me to communicate and make sure that I price things properly, so that Nami Angibi, I don't lose, because makeup is expensive. And when I started out, it was really hard for me to give people my prices because I felt like nobody was going to be able to afford my makeup. But at the same time, I felt like, oh, but it's so hard. Like, makeup is so expensive, and I know that this makeup is the one that's going to give me the effect on you that I need, So yeah, it's been interesting. And then you find people that are gonna be like, oh my gosh, but you're so expensive. And back then, that used to just break my heart because I'm just like, it's not like all of this money is coming to me, I need to buy makeup and good quality makeup. And kwahamba kwaphela konke lokho because of the experience. Yazini, like I said, I mentioned ukuthi I went to Sir John's masterclass and I learned that it's okay. Not everybody will be able to afford your services, but those that can will. So working with people really taught me that it wasn't easy, but also you deal with different personalities. So just, I'm going to pause on that. I'm going to be using the Kryolan translucent powder once again to set underneath my eyes and my face as well as brows. So I don't bake. Ang so babes won't bake, okay? I just ensure that I set kahle ke. So I go over the brows with the powder. And then, because I do want like the element of glowy. Oh, by the way, fun fact, this powder is waterproof. So I've been told. And I tested it out the other day. I was like, oh, kodwa kumele ngicharge 50 rand. You know? Okay. I just had to concentrate there. So, dealer, this is what I do. I know it looks very crazy right now, but all in due time. We are going to bring back a color soon. So after this, I'm going to be using this Rimmel London Brow Pro Micro. My favorite, honestly. Oh, this brow pencil has been doing the Lord's work. The Lord's work. Ne-powder nayo kumele uyenze sure ukuthi ublenda kahle. You have to. Just have to. Brows. So, first, brush them up. I usually start off with this one, even though this one is always perfect. But ngicala ngayo, outline. And then, yabona mangisengithole this outline underneath. And then I'm going to go up here. I'm going to fill in that area. Ngicela ukuthi ningaqinisi the pencil bandla. Oh, gosh. To secure my brows, I used this glue as well as the Inkosikati spoolie. Yes, we have these. So now I'm just going to redefine my nose and then as well as my contour. I'm going to be using the Sun-Kissed bronzer again, using this angled brush. I'm going to start off by the brows and then like that, because we want everything to be married. Always dusting off the excess powder. All right, so I'm going to use this angled brush, a bigger angled brush, to reinforce that bronzer. So I'm going to start off lago forehead, because that's where I placed my contour. And note that I am not dragging, I'm dabbing, okay? Lightly dab, 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 dab. So now that we're done with that part, I'm going to take my sponge and I'm going to use this LA Girl Pro Face High Definition Matte Pressed Powder. And I'm going to bring back a color go skin yam. So I always make sure that like I dust off a product go sponge. I don't want to use a lot of it. So this is just to eliminate my smile lines. think everything looks good. I'm going to take I don't think I want my eyes to be dark underneath. I don't know. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the same angled brush, dab it into the bronzer, and then so now that everything looks like this, looks good, I'm happy. I'm gonna blush it up, and then we're gonna do the lashes and then lips, and then we're done. So I usually mix this eyeshadow color with my Lottie London blush. I got this at Edgar's. This brand is available at Edgar's. Blush Crush. It's this kind of blush. And then I lightly just dab. And then, ngifaka kancane mangiqala, because you can always build it up. I couldn't find my liquid blush, so had to do what I had to do. Doesn't have to be too much. Okay, I'm going to use this smudge matte lipstick. It's in the shade brown. Is it? Like sugar. The name of this color is Sugar. It's dark brown. I use it to line my lips. Okay, now I'm going to use this Bougie Chic Glam liquid lipstick. Chic Glam is a Shein beauty brand, by the way. It smells okay. This is one thing that I'm still learning how to really perfect. The ombre lips. And then lastly, there's Bring It On Glow Gloss, Shein Glam. She Glam by Shein. That's gonna go on top of that. It's so pretty. All right, so gonna use this brush. Guys, She Glam. Okay. And it's also really affordable. Beauty on a budget vibes. All right, I'm going to apply a highlighter whilst at it before I get to the fun part, which is my lashes. So I'm gonna use this brush. I also bought it at Colors. And then I'm gonna use a Golden Rose highlighter palette. And it's got 3 colors. I love mixing these two. Just look at that. Oh, it always pains me when I see guys thinking that, like on social media, thinking that we do makeup. Bang, we do makeup for them. Njani, why? Because we get so much satisfaction. We actually have something that we can control. We can shape shift. One day, the next day, we can just decide to be, bad and bougie or chill vibes. I don't like too much highlighter. I just like it in all the right places, and that's that. And then I go over with the angle brush that I used. Probably still has my blush. And then, yeah, I marry the two together. Oh, but it's so pretty. And then let me use the brush again. I'm making sure that it's placed in all the right places. Okay, I think we got good here. And I'm not going to put on a setting spray. I'm just going to spritz a bit with amans. I do that from time to time. Just like that. I remember when I was starting out, I'd also use a rose water, which also actually was good as a setting spray. If you feel like a setting spray are expensive, you can try that. But yeah, sometimes I just spritz a man's and I keep it moving. But I just do that on my face, not clients' faces, because my clients, I obviously want, a makeup to last longer. Not that amanzi are going to make your makeup not to last for long, but I just use like my setting sprays. Okay, so this is the fun part. This is the part where I show you guys my lashes and everything else that we have to offer. So please take this as a young tutorial on how to apply lashes, okay? So I've got my scissors here and my applicator close by. So I'm just going to use my applicator to take these. Well, I'm just going to remove these from here, from the box. Okay. Now, it's very important that you measure the lash first before applying glue or anything like that. Remember, I had said that I want elongated eyes. Now, my eyes are really not that big. So what I usually do is, without putting on glue or anything, I check where I want the lash to go and where I'm going to cut it. So in this case, I'm going to cut it somewhere here. And then I'm going to cut the front as well because the band is slightly, it's kind of long there in front. So I then will start cutting. So cut here. Now I'll be able to achieve my elongated eyes. So glue made easy, eyelashes application made easy, the Inkosikati glue. I'm going to apply it on the lash line like this. At times I apply it on the lash as well, but it's not that effective on the lash. It's better on the lash line because it really does secure the lash. So now that your glue is on, everything is on, you need to make sure that if you're using any other glue, you need to make sure that it's tacky first before you apply your lashes. It needs to be like dark bluish, or if it's black, it just needs to be like rubberish before you apply your lashes. And then look down, make sure that your applicator together with your lash is facing down. And then Ooh. Okay, so I've secured that part of the lash. So what I do then is I wiggle and then I move it up like that, because now it's literally in place. It will not move. And then with the back of the applicator, just make sure that everything is married together. And you know what? I actually forgot to curl my natural eyelashes, but we've got it right here. And then curl, curl, curl. Ooh, you see, this is what I mean. Lashes will just take your look from here to there. Ah, love it. Okay, now on to the next eye. Right, and then we're gonna wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. So now, because I know where I'm supposed to cut, I'm no longer going to measure. And you really want to cut ekugcineni kwelash at the end of the lash. So yeah, it's easier that way. Ooh, and just like that. All right, so then I'm going to use this mascara to marry my natural lashes together with the falsies. So usually lift that up, and because if you don't do this step, your natural lashes will show, and not in the best way. And you can go as far as tight lining. Tight lining is applying eyeliner on top, just lash line above, just right here. So wow, guys, and just like that, lashes done, makeup done, hair done. And yes, everything is done. So with regards to my beauty brand, please, please, please follow our pages on Instagram as well as Facebook and TikTok. We are available on there, but every information that you guys need will be on the description box below. If not, then we'll probably have the information on Instagram or Facebook or TikTok. I'm looking forward to hearing from you guys, and I really hope that you enjoyed this my beauty confessions. Please do let me know which part you enjoyed the most. Please do share any other tips that you guys might have, so that we can see what we can do. Who knows, maybe we can incorporate those tips in the other episodes that we'll be shooting next. But thank you so much for tuning in. Please do like, comment, subscribe, share, do whatever is necessary. Please, 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 I'd really appreciate that. And also you can just leave a review of how you found the video. I'd appreciate that. But without further ado, I think this is just the final cut. It's been real, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Bye.